Children and their well-being are at the heart of the Millennium Development Goals. These goals serve as the guiding principles for UNICEF's work around the world. – 2006 was the year UNICEF celebrated its 60th anniversary. 2006 was a year that provided a reminder that much more remains to be done. By eradicating extreme poverty and hunger, achieving universal primary education and gender equality, reducing child and maternal mortality, combating AIDS, malaria and other diseases, ensuring environmental sustainability and developing global partnerships for development, we can improve the lives of children and build a better world for all. The way to achieve the Millennium Development Goals is through urgent and concerted effort, partnering with governments, other UN agencies, non-governmental organizations and the private sector. There were significant gains in child survival in 2006, yet over 10 million children under the age of 5 die every year of mostly preventable causes, half of them in Africa. In November, UNICEF representatives met in Dakar for an all-Africa meeting to evaluate opportunities, constraints and integrated community-based interventions, such as vaccinations, prenatal care and other specialized services to accelerate progress towards achieving the MDGs and save children's lives. Working together with policymakers to maximize evidence-based interventions and build momentum towards the MDGs, UNICEF launched the Progress for Children report card on the nutritional status of children under 5. Executive Director Veneman journeyed to Ghana in July to review progress on community-based approaches to child and maternal health and development. Children are the missing face of the HIV/AIDS pandemic. 2006 saw the steady expansion of Unite for Children, Unite Against AIDS, with new partnerships with FC Barcelona and the NBA,
girls who have no choice,
high-profile conferences in Toronto, Paris and Addis Ababa, and support from the Association of Tennis Professionals, and UNICEF's newest Goodwill Ambassador, Roger Federer.
I thought, wow, you know, these kids have no chance, so I feel like I want to try to help, I want to help more.
Unsafe water and lack of basic sanitation and adequate hygiene contribute to the leading killers of children under 5. 2006 saw accelerated intervention on water and sanitation issues. More than 100 children from around the world raised awareness on the right to clean water and adequate sanitation at the 2nd Children's World Water Forum in Mexico City, while UNICEF's Progress for Children report card revealed how water and sanitation are key to achieving many of the MDGs. Today, more children are in school than ever before. After decades of civil war, the girls' education movement helped give thousands of pupils, and especially girls, the chance to go to school in southern Sudan, some for the first time ever. The importance of early childhood care and a quality basic education for boys and girls was highlighted in UNESCO's Education for All Global Monitoring Report, launched with UNICEF in New York. This year's State of the World's Children report is on the double dividend of gender equity and equality. When women are empowered, at home, at work and in the political arena, children prosper.
We need to address the issue of laws and how much they protect women.
Executive Director Veneman underscored the importance of gender equity and equality at the Clinton Global Initiative meeting in September 2006 in New York. 2006 was also a year for building public-private partnerships to achieve results for children. At the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany, the world's preeminent sporting event, UNICEF was named official goodwill cause. FIFA, football's governing body, partnered with Team UNICEF and MTV to harness the power of football's popularity to promote peace and understanding. UNICEF, the Inter-American Development Bank, and the Organization of American States launched a new partnership to help achieve universal birth registration in Latin America and the Caribbean. The UN Secretary-General's study on violence against children was launched in October, highlighting the impact of exploitation and abuse on children. WHO, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, and UNICEF contributed with many other partners to the report. The fight against malaria shifted to a new gear this year. In December, the Red Cross, WHO, UNICEF and other Malaria No More partners attended the White House Malaria Summit to highlight how the fight against the disease is central to fulfilling the MDGs. UNICEF's Goodwill Ambassadors continue to travel to impoverished countries, making sure children continue to capture the world's attention. Members of the Junior 8 Youth Forum let their voices be heard when they met with heads of state at the annual meeting of the G8 this July in Russia. And in August, young people participated at the Religions for Peace Youth Assembly in Japan. UNICEF remains committed to strengthening the UN system to produce better results for children. And an internal organisational review was launched in 2006 to examine UNICEF's effectiveness as an organisation. 60 years ago, at the end of the Second World War, UNICEF began its work supplying emergency relief to children in Europe and Japan. In 2006, UNICEF brought help to millions affected by drought, then floods in the Horn of Africa, to children traumatized by conflict and violence in Iraq, Darfur, Lebanon and the occupied Palestinian territory. We worked to bring assistance to earthquake survivors in Indonesia and Pakistan, and in consultation with Global Consortium for Tsunami Recovery, built back better in countries ravaged by the Indian Ocean tsunami 2 years ago. Actions speak louder than words. And in 2006, UNICEF was recognized for its successes. UNICEF received Spain's Prince of Asturias Award, one of the world's most prestigious acknowledgements of humanitarian achievement. The world has seen more progress for children over the last 60 years than in the previous 500. Yet much remains to be done. Working with private donors, governments, national committees and NGO partners to achieve progress towards the Millennium Development Goals, UNICEF will continue to evolve and respond to the needs of children all around the world.